Boy, talk about expanding the crowd. That's a good way to do it. Hey, but listen, I'm Councilman Bob Dyer, and I am privileged to get things rolling here for Osmay Torres. Ozzy. Let's hear it for Ozzy, folks. That's why we're here. But before we get rolling, we really have some great guests here tonight. We got Delegate Barry Knight is here. Scott Taylor's here. Glenn Davis is here. Man, we got the whole beach delegation here. That's a good thing. Okay, we got our Commonwealth Attorney, Colin Stolley. Okay. And then we got some council people here. We have Brad Martin. And Raising Kane, Shannon Kane, right here. Former Undersheriff, Dennis Free. Virginia Beach Chairman of the Republican Party, Ken Longo. Head of the RPV, Bruce Meyer. School Board member and also candidate, Bill Brunke. And a new member to the same, Mike Kelly, also running for school board. Let's hear for all that. And let's hear for everybody, because everybody here is a special guest. Hey, listen, I just want to say, I was asked to introduce Ozzy. I knew Ozzy for a couple of years now, and I hate to say it, he was one of my favorite students of all times, but now he's graduated. And the point is, let me tell you one thing about Ozzy. You talk about a man of passion, you talk about a compassion, you talk about a family man who loves his family. He loves his kids, he loves his city. He came over here originally from Cuba, became a distinguished naval officer, and just loves this country like nobody else. And the one thing he wants to do is good for many people. And school board, you know, we cannot have a solid country, we cannot have a great country unless we get our schools back up to speed. So we got some good people running with Bill Brunke, with Mike Kelly, Bobby Malati, but once again, Ozzy Torres is stepping to the plate. Folks, these folks don't make a lot of money, but they put a lot of time, effort, and love into it. And I can tell you from knowing Ozzy for over the years, that you're going to find a man of commitment. You're going to find a man that knows how to work with other people, with the city council, to do the right things, to work with members of our delegation. That's why I think they're here. But I'll tell you one thing, he's going to need help. He's going to need people on the ground. Where's the fund collector over here? You know, time, talent, treasure. Whatever you got to give to Ozzy, you know, please give. But I'll tell you what, I give him my unconditional support, and I hope you do too. Okay? At this point, I'd like to introduce my friend, a guy that I really hope, I hate to say it guys, was still on council with us because he's a great guy to work with. He's a champion of all the people, Glenn Davis.
Well, thank you, and I'm honored to be here for Ozzy today. I've known Ozzy quite some time, and it was obvious from the first time that he's a man of integrity, he's a man of honesty, he's a man of commitment, and more importantly, he's a man we want to represent us on city council, on school board, and wherever else, Ozzy. You can't have someone like him in too many places, and you know, when you look at what it is we're talking about on school boards. You see, Barry and I and Scott work in the General Assembly, and every year we get legislative packages. And when a legislative package comes from a school system, we have to pay attention to it. And we assume that that is what that school system wants. Well, in the city of Virginia Beach, it only takes 6 votes to get something on that legislative agenda. We have one of the best school systems in the nation, one of the top 5. We have it that way because we have people today on school board, like Bill Brunke and others, and Sam Reed that you see here today. But the only way we're going to stay there is to have guys like Ozzy join them on there. You know, the school system, it's not partisan. What you do for kids isn't partisan. It doesn't need to be partisan. I like Ozzy. I think he needs to be on there because Ozzy, like I said, is a man of integrity. He's not going to let partisanship get in the way. You do what's right because it's right. Ozzy's a guy that if he looks up in the General Assembly, he says, Glenn, I'm a Republican, you're a Republican, but you got it wrong. Ozzy's going to tell me I got it wrong, and if you don't believe that, go out back. He'll, you know, that whole Cuban United will come through a little bit, and but he'll tell me. And likewise, if he sees something that needs to be fixed, he'll give me that too. You can't have enough people like that on our school system. Those are the types of people that we need to bring up and make sure they end up in positions where they can watch out for that next generation. It's no more about this generation. We've all been through the school system. We've done what we can to move this city and this education system forward. It's about that next generation behind us, and that's what Ozzy's here to help lead. So Ozzy, thank you very much for stepping up. We're here to help you. I know just about every one of you here, I know all of you vote on Election Day, but what we truly need is we need you to get your friends to come out and vote on Election Day. We need to get your friends to talk to their friends to make sure they vote for Ozzy on Election Day. And like Bobby said, the time, the talent, the treasure, this isn't going to be an easy race. It's citywide. 86,000 votes, I think, is what you need to win in a two-person race, Ozzy, and stuff. And so we're talking a lot of people you got to go hit. But congratulations. We look forward to congratulating you again on November the 5th. November the 4th, right? 4th. Okay, let's do this.
All right, guys, thank you so much. All right, I got some fans over here already. How about a round of applause for my beloved Caucasian father, Bobby D. And Glenn Davis, please, thank you so much. I'll keep this brief because we have other guests here and I want to respect their time. So I just want to thank briefly Travis from Back Bay Brewing, who let me throw the first campaign party ever in this establishment. It's a new business, and I hope you guys can support it. Also want to thank, obviously, Bob Dyer and Delegate Glenn Davis, my entire host committee. You guys know who you are that are here, so thank you so much for your support and your love. Also want to thank everyone who's here, all my advisors, all my volunteers. Tyler, raise your hand. That's my treasurer, very talented young man. He's one of the new hires at Lifeland. He's a Virginia Tech grad, so he can do math, so he's my treasurer. Also, Diane, thank you so much. And Billy, volunteer photographer, so thank you so much, Billy. Billy's actually the son of a chief petty officer who served with me twice. We deployed in the Persian Gulf, and I have a lot of respect for his father, and his father volunteered his son's talents. So thank you so much, Billy. It means a lot that you're here. I especially want to thank my wife, Paula, who, we're going to get a little choked up here, but I met her 21 years ago on the 7 train in New York City, and it's the best bet I ever made. I went up to this young girl and I said, do you have a boyfriend? And she said, I don't. I said, you want one? She said, no. We got off on the same stop, and here we are 14 years of marriage later and 2 beautiful girls, so I love her. All right, and to my daughters, Sophia and Raquel, everything I do for them. And no matter what I do, whether it's professionally, politically, civically, they're always at the forefront of my mind. And every action that I take, that's who I have in my mind, and every other kid as well. So as Bobby D says, you know, I was born in Cuba. I came here at the age of 7. The public education system that I received afforded me the opportunity to go to a magnet high school in New York City, where I graduated with honors and was able to earn a scholarship with the Navy, went to serve as an officer, got a 4-year degree, and went on to earn 2 master's degrees. And I was able to do that not because I'm really bright, it's because I had a great public education, and it's time to give back. And a lot of people say they're passionate about education. I'm not passionate about education. I'm indebted to education because everything I have, it's because of education. And so I'm running for school board because it's time for me to give back. And I count on your support, and more importantly, I count on you to vote for me on November 4th. And I thank you all for being here, and God bless you. Thank you. Food is upstairs and the beer's behind the counter. Enjoy. Thank you.